what it is. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window, or when you turn on your television. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
What is up, everyone? It's Jay Coffee, tapping back in with another one, guys. So last night, The Matrix returned after many years, man. How long has it been? It's been a while, man. With The Matrix 4, Matrix Resurrection. For those who watch my channel, who've been around, always thank you for the support. We found out about this a while ago. We reacted to it. Shout out to Alias. He was real early on bringing to the table that there was a new Matrix. And we saw the trailer. We saw what was going on. It was all so confusing. And real quick, guys, there is going to be some spoilers in this video. As always, I try not to go too crazy with it, but there's definitely going to be some spoilers. So click off the video now, or, if you want to go as far as you can to, like, you're saying too much, and then you want to take the blue pill and click off the video, do your thing. But, yeah, when we saw the trailer, it was just very bizarre. You saw Neo going about his business. He just seems to be a regular person. He bumps into Trinity, and they're talking about, have we met before? We see Morpheus, and we're like, hold up. That ain't Lawrence Fishburne. But it was just all so confusing. Many people had a lot of questions, myself included. Is it a prequel? Was it all a dream? What's going on? You know what I mean? And as we were just talking about the other day on the channel, Scream 5 coming, whatever they're going to call it, sequels a lot of times are frowned upon. A director, producer, the team that brings you a movie when it comes to a sequel always has their work cut out for them. Sometimes is it better to just leave it alone than to even dare take a shot at making another installment of a film franchise. Now, obviously, I'm like, Scream is a totally different thing. I'm just putting it out there that, that it's a sequel. And real quick, just jump in the comments and let me know, like, what you thought about the Matrix films. A lot of people felt that it was like a metaphorical of society and, to the current climate of things, the way we live with these smart devices and the way information travels and the way we spend so much time online. Even if you're like was the last person in the world that ever wanted to mess with the internet, you kind of have no choice at this point today. It's just, crazy. Like, do we live in this modern day Matrix? Or even worse, we see artificial intelligence all over the place now, taking away jobs from humans. And could the machines take over one day, like in Terminator or like in the Matrix? Could we end up being just batteries for the machines? Could those nightmares really come true? Well, I'll tell you this about the newest Matrix, for me at least, and I was never a hardcore fan of the films. It is a mind fuck, to say the least, in many ways. There is a lot going on when it just comes to the beginning of the movie. As we were saying, what you see in the trailer, where you're asking yourself, wait, what's going on? Why is Neo back in the real world? Why doesn't he seem to know who he is? Why do him and Trinity not know each other? And that's exactly how the film starts, and a good chunk of it is just getting to that point where you find out what's going on and why. When the film starts out, there's a new character who is, doing what Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, all of them were doing in the original films, trying to fight the good fight against the agents in the Matrix and trying to free everyone from this slavery that we're in and don't even know it. And she ends up meeting up with Morpheus. And you know what I mean? All the events that took place in the earlier films, you can see that the people who are fighting the good fight now all study up on this stuff and rewatch it. And, through programs and everything, they can go right back to that place and see how it all went down. But you see her link up for Morpheus, and then, they're like, hey, we got to go find Neo. The time has come. And then so Morpheus is just kind of reawakening, and then we go to Keanu Reeves, Neo, who is a game designer. And what's crazy about it all, when I say it's like a mind fuck to say the least, is he's a game designer who made a game called The Matrix. Within The Matrix, they made The Matrix really be a thing. It's very, very trippy when I'm saying mind fuck. Like, there's multiple times where when shit starts popping off, he wakes back up like it was all a dream each time. He's seeing NPH, Neil Patrick Harris, is his psychologist, and he's literally taking the blue pill every day, as he continues to go on with his everyday life and trying to create The Matrix 4, a fourth installment of the game that made him famous. He's just Thomas Anderson, and he doesn't really fathom and understand that it's like the way that the machines in the Matrix dealt with it all. They made him, believe if he had any slight memory of it all, that it was just a video game that he created. It's so trippy. And to kind of continue on from there, going back to the end of the original trilogy, as I stated, I was not a really hardcore fan of this. I kind of forgot where the film ended. And Neo died. Pretty much everyone died except for Jada Pinkett's character. And basically they put Morpheus, Neo, and Trinity back in the Matrix and kind of hid them. And to take it even further, somewhere between 20 and 60 years have passed, but Neo still looks the same to himself, but to everyone else he looks like this old man. It's just so trippy. It's a mind fuck, to say the least. But that's kind of where I'll leave things at, is that this new individual and some new people who are fighting the good fight have figured out that Neo is still out there. When Morpheus comes to the other new individual and says, we got to go find Morpheus says, we got to go find Neo. And we're kind of right back in the thick of things. So that's like a good portion of the beginning of the film, is just getting out of the Matrix. How in the original ones it happened very quick, pretty much right from the beginning. In this one, it takes a good deal. Neo has to come back to terms with everything and remember who he is, and remember, that it's not all just a video game, is I guess kind of where I'll leave it. As I stated, I didn't really intend to give too many spoilers on this. I wouldn't call this a movie review, I guess, in a sense. It kind of is, or just maybe a place where we can open up the comment threads, for some dialogue on this. I want to know, everyone, did you watch it? Was it a bit of a mind fuck to you as well? Do you think it should have just been left alone and they should have just kept it a trilogy? What did you think about the fact that, was it a mind fuck for you as well? What did you think of where they went with the storyline and everything? Let's discuss it all below. Thank you for watching. Let's talk. It's J Coffee Talk signing out. I'll be back with some more content. You know how we do. We pump the content out all day, every day. Thanks for watching. I'm gone. Peace.